welcome to another episode of Everyday Life with Ralph Paz Jr. I'm dedicating this video, this next episode you're watching, to this Facebook page. It's a snacks group. Hey. Snack. Oops. I think this is it. Snacks Club. I'm going to dedicate this video of Everyday Life of Ralph Paz Jr. to the Snacks Club. Everybody loves snacks. They're devoted to people who enjoy snacks. Let's see. Got some dried roasted nuts. A large cup of snack pack pudding. Going to have me some Cheez-Its, some Ding Dongs. I'm going to have a lot of snacks. Just hold on for a second. National Cereal Day, man. Here they are, the new chocolate Twinkies. I got these at a local Walmart the other day. I've been wanting these for a long time. They always have that white cream filling Twinkies. I've been always wanting chocolate ones. Here they are, chocolate Twinkies. These are good snacks, Hostess, but they're not the same. They're smaller. The taste is not the same. It's not as creamy as they used to be. Here we go. A's chips. do this. Get some trail mix, huh? There's some booze right there. I'll have some of that Friday. Or no, just some snacks. Munchies. Doritos. Doritos. Alright, I'm set for a while. Just giving a plug to this Facebook page. Where do you go? Giving a plug to the Snacks Club. I'll provide a link down below on this YouTube video that you're watching. Give these people some more subscribers. Here's a picture I sent yesterday. Fat Tuesday. What's this? Something from July. It's take too long. Oh, sad. Oh. Just giving a plug to this Snacks Club Facebook page. I'm going to my room right now. Enjoy these snacks. Snacks, man. Reminds me of my former HR manager at Kmart.
present this to you as a final product on or before March 14th?
She did not present that as a final product, no.
When did she present this to you? What date?
March 7th.
Did she present anything else to you?
She did.
I'd like to see it.
First packet is created with me, and the second one is the final presentation that's supposed to have the logo in it, and that's it.
This is her work.
That is what.
This is her work.
That is
You found somebody else whose work you like better. What you're saying is that the effort that you sent us this contract is if you don't understand that, I've said it to you as clearly as I can.
Hi, I'm George Lopez. In my new comedy, I play a successful entrepreneur who gives back to his community, demonstrating that Mexican Americans are so much more than a stereotype. Oh, this is Danny Trejo. He plays my uncle. So the costume, bro. The costume.
St. George, an all-new series starring George Lopez on FX. Check local listings.
I'm Randy, and I quit smoking with Chantix. As a police officer, I've helped many.
She's done some professional music, but now it's her time in the spotlight. All her stuff has been, off camera, if you will.
But a lot of that work, I mean, she's sung on a lot of stuff. She's a background singer, kind of an offstage singer,
Right.
but very, very talented. You're right, great song, and it was good to hear that one again.
All right, she ended up with Shakira, yes?
Yes.
All right, that's a good choice for her. Next up, a four-chair turn for Audra McLaughlin singing Angel from Montgomery. Picked a song Bonnie Raitt had some success with, but it took her a while to end up on Team Blake. I thought for sure, fix the Bonnie Raitt song, Team Blake, whatever. She took her time.
I thought it was a great backstory. She grows up with a learning disability, was bullied and kind of picked on in school, kind of I don't want to say ugly duckling, but boy, she's really a cute girl now, very talented, and you could tell that this was probably the night of her life.
Right, it sure was. She kind of broke down afterwards, just like so excited.
Really supportive parents.
Good story there. Finally, our own Megan Ruger. She grew up in Kenosha County, graduated from Lake Geneva Badger, now a rocker in Nashville. Got an email from Megan last night, Danny. She's really excited to see everyone back here, enjoying this and rooting for. And I could see her, making it a few weeks in at least.
She said, and she told you that she was a country fan quite a bit, and a lot of the artists said, hey, move to Nashville, but she's a rocker in Nashville, so it's interesting.
Said that she thinks that helps her stand out down there in Nashville, that she's doing kind of a different brand of music than everybody else. She ended up going with Team Blake, so definitely she'll have those country roots that they can identify with.
So we can do it. Great, yeah.
Our Voice returns with more blind auditions next week. Monday night, 7 o'clock is the next episode right here on today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Vince. Well, here's what's on TV tonight. At 6:30, Wisconsin tonight. Revolution at 7. Law & Order SVU at 8. Chicago PD at 9. And then join us back here live at 10.
Tonight at 10. Let's face it, the economy is still pretty tough. And sometimes temp work is all you can get. But there's a way to take that part-time position and turn it into a steady job. The tips for full-time success. Tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4.
I was a very special little girl.
It's Monday after The Voice on NBC.
Open the door!
You have to ask yourself, what would you do for your children? NBC's Crisis
insurance company meeting.
They'll never reach.
Skulls, full in. Chinese formation.
Give me that bug! Come on, we'll deal with you. Oh no, it's too late. Ramek, stood. Oh no, please.
Mouth-watering goodness. We're talking never-ending pizza, salad, pasta, and dessert for just $5. Cece's, endless pizza, endless value.
With Hotwire's low prices.
You're 100% correct.
They
Ah, see, look, it's so broken that the White House is delaying parts of it.
Well, that has been.
Joyful and
And I happened to be on Bill O'Reilly's show, and just before we got on, when the cameras weren't rolling, he said, listen, I don't want to talk about Obamacare. It's part of the fabric. It's here to stay. I want to talk about how physicians are going to interact with it because I think they're not happy about it. So I do think that there's somewhat of this recognition that we can have a campaign, we can have all the heated rhetoric about it, but the fact is the Affordable Care Act is here to stay, and we can have lots of show votes, but it's being implemented. I actually think it's having a positive effect on the healthcare system, certainly in terms of more people being enrolled, costs coming under control, quality going up. So on the big metric, it's certainly doing the good things. There is a narrative that you put off the employer mandate, you do this, maybe it's not that the Affordable Care Act isn't working. I just don't buy that because that's not the heart and soul of the bill in terms of transforming the healthcare system.
Do you think that, I mean, those are competing narratives, right? One is it's not working, we're delaying it, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. The other is, I guess, the on-the-ground reality of people accessing health care in a way that they haven't before. Millions more being able to see a doctor and get treatment when they couldn't either afford it or just, well, they afford it before. And I guess I ask you, if we're looking through the end of this year, because this is going to be sort of the petri dish period that we're most interested in because there's a midterm election, which narrative do you think will win out? I mean, I guess standing where we are, it is now March. We have less than we have about 6 months until the elections in November. You know, 8 months, my math is bad. My question to you is, you know, what more needs to be done to ensure that the reality of the positive gains of the ACA trumps the narrative that it's broken?
Well, first of all, I think it really is interesting that the sort of opposition and support for the ACA really hasn't budged despite all the heated rhetoric in Washington one way or another. I do think that there is a very positive story to be told about the Affordable Care Act that hasn't gotten out. What it's done in terms of access, but more importantly, what it's done in terms of quality and cost control. And I think that's going to be the big challenge over the next 6 months for those of us who are supporters of the bill, is to get the narrative out about the positive things that's happened. You know, hospital-acquired infections. We started a partnership for patients in 2010 that was going to bring down hospital-acquired infections. It's been remarkable. Central line infections down 50%. Hardly ever spoken of. The total number of hospital-acquired conditions, whether infections, falls, medication errors, bad surgeries, down 9%. Hardly ever spoken of. That makes going to the hospital safer for everyone, whether you have insurance or you're just getting insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Those are the kinds of stories, I think, that need to be put out there. Another one, because of cost control, the premiums in Medicare Part A, Part B, and Part D have remained essentially flat for several years now, saving seniors a lot of money. Again, not widely known, but I think it is part of what the Affordable Care Act has done for the American healthcare system. And I think we're going to have to fashion these messages to come out much more consistently, those of us who are advocates. Do I think that'll change the poll numbers? You know, I'm not the public...
Done with a tablespoon of minced garlic, a half teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Next, add a half cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs and 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. Toss that mixture so it's all coated. Then bake the shrimp for 5 minutes, turn gently, and then bake an additional 8 to 10 minutes or until no longer pink and breadcrumbs are brown. serve immediately with lemon wedges if desired. You can find this recipe and great deals online at sensoryfoods.com. You can also check them out on Facebook, and be sure to look for the What's for Dinner logo.
My experience with Empire today was convenient.
Real customers share their stories about Empire today.
It was nice to have the flexibility to have them come to our house and showed us our sample, and within the next 2 days, they installed it.
And during Empire's buy one, get two free sale, buy one room and get 2 rooms of carpet free when you pay for padding and installation.
They walked us through the entire process and made it very simple. So within a week, it was start to finish.
800-588-2300 Empire. Today.
Colin used to put the brakes on my weekend drives, but the power of Allegra put me on the road again. Allegra is effective even at 8 times high pollen levels. Non-drowsy Allegra starts working in 1 hour and stays strong for 24. Allegra, stop suffering, start living.
You ask, we investigate. Brides are in a bind. A popular reception hall may be converted into a dorm building in Wauwatosa. The owner of that reception hall is finally answering some questions. Here's Shannon with more.
Well, the business owner of Blue Mound Gardens, as well as the for-profit group that wants to turn the site into dorms, are eager to move this project forward. The owners of Blue Mound Ballroom and the Wisconsin International Academy came with a room full of people in hopes of persuading the Common Council.
I think it's a very noble effort. What will happen here, the kids end up in Tosa, is you will have a voice in that. You know, they will advertise Wauwatosa, Wisconsin to the people of China.
At the heart of the debate, the future of Blue Mound for more than 2 dozen brides.
I'm just in limbo as far as what to do with it.
Dave Moeller is the father of a bride who has plans of having her summer wedding reception at Blue Mound.
You know, I've got $1,000 out right now. And unless you can't go and put another $1,000 down, because if they come and say, you can have this venue, now I'm double booked.
We were trying to balance our business needs with also balancing the needs of these events.
The owner, Dave Malik, wants to sell the property to turn it into dorms for Chinese high school exchange students. From the beginning, Malik has said he understands the bride's concerns.
Well, we've been working behind the scenes with all these banquet facilities.
But Moeller isn't sure he gets it as the clock ticks on.
Your little daughters grow up. They sit there when they're little, playing wedding. It's their dream.
Well, the Common Council decided to move the decision to the Community Development Committee. It meets next week. Well, if you want us to look into an issue, contact our news team at tmj4.com/tips. Again, you ask, we investigate.
Much more coming up for you in the next half hour.
Live at 3:30 starts now.
Right now, from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at 3:30. Well, the snow has moved out, at least for now, but cooler temperatures definitely sticking around. The good news is we're expecting to see 30s in the next coming days.
Our storm team forecaster Brian Goddard says we may even do a little better than that. Hopefully.
No squeal.
No squeal this time? Oh, come on. It's amazing how excited we get for a 30. It's just crazy. When we're talking about 30s in the fall, we're all like, oh, here we go. But now we're getting excited. We had some sunshine throughout the day today. The clouds are starting to move back in, but not expecting any more snowfall. The snow is out of here now for at least another day and a half. 18 degrees right now in Milwaukee, northeast wind at 15, gusting to 25. Temperatures, generally speaking, in the teens. A couple of 20s out there. They're like Whitewater and Beaver Dam, both at 21. But we're mentioning this wind, anywhere from 15 to 25. They're starting to show some signs of weakening a little bit between 10 and 20 right now. That's keeping wind chills into the single digits. It feels like 0 in Sheboygan, 2 here in Milwaukee, and 4 in Burlington. We did pick up a little bit of snow last night, especially Milwaukee southward. We'll let you know when those 30s arrive and when that next round of snow arrives as well, coming up.
Brian, thanks. A local man just doing his job becomes the victim of a heinous crime.
Charles Benson is in the newsroom with that story new on Live at 5.
Good afternoon, Shannon and Steve. That local father of 3 was beaten so badly he can't go back to work tonight with their only breadwinner in the hospital. What's next for his family? Plus, his wife has a warning for all of us about this brutal attack. Find out what that is coming up on Live at 5.
All right, Charles, thanks. The discussion today on Capitol Hill could have a big impact on a Wisconsin shipbuilder. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel laid out his plan to downsize the U.S. military. One part of that plan reduces the Navy's littoral combat ship order from 52 to 32. Some of those ships are manufactured by Marinette Marine. Hagel's proposal also calls for the Army to shed another 30,000 jobs. A scary situation in Daytona Beach, Florida. A pregnant woman tried to drive her minivan into the ocean. The woman, along with the 3 kids, were rescued by people on the beach. One witness says one of the children was screaming. Their mom was trying to kill them. That woman is now undergoing a mental evaluation.
Well, Target is looking to replace its chief information officer. The current CIO resigned today. The new executive will help revamp Target's information security. This comes after the massive security data breach. Hackers were able to steal personal information from millions of people over the holidays. While United Airlines is cracking down on oversized carry-on bags, it is rolling out new bag sizing boxes at many airports across the nation. Passengers will be charged with a $25 fee if their carry-ons don't fit properly into the overhead storage. United says it is not changing its policy, just reinforcing the size limits, which have been in place for years.
Lovers of guacamole, listen up.
Ugh.
We have a shortage of avocados right now. There's a short supply because of an ongoing drought in California. Scientists say climate change will bring hotter weather and cause a 40% drop in avocado production over the next 3 decades.
You better stock up.
I have 4 of them at home waiting to get ripe. I should put them up on eBay and see what I can get for them.
We'll see. I'll take 2.
All right.
Well, coming up in West Hot,
Sales it.
drivers rushing to the hospital are being fined for
Subway
running
might be
red
down
lights.
for that.
Why it
For
has
those
been
of you who like
so outraged by many
avocado subs.
The viewer's choice topic. Should a woman who abandoned a dog that froze to death be sent to prison? What are your thoughts on the increasing cost of having a baby? Or are you concerned about a doctor shortage? We will tell you the question you have selected after a break.
So what is the morning blend?
It's a blend of everything that's happening in our city. I'm Molly.
And I'm Tiffany.
Watch the morning blend weekdays at 9 a.m.
On today's TMJ4.
Cleaning hard water spots is hard, so no matter what brand of water softener you have, make sure it's working properly. With a Culligan Test and Tune Special, your Culligan man will test your water and tune and sanitize your softener. Call today. Hey, Culligan man!
Before you choose someone to help with your Social Security disability claim,
Over there, back.
ask if the firm is in Wisconsin.
Earthquake.
Ask if your attorney will meet with you before the day of your hearing. Better yet, just ask for Winter Tuning and Geary. I'm Don Tuning, a Social Security disability attorney. If you can't work, let us help.
Call Winter Tuning and Geary. 1-888-836-3456.
Wisconsin's biggest outdoor show is back. The 74th Annual Journal Sentinel Sports Show, presented by Chevy Silverado. March 5th through the 9th at State Fair Park. Don't miss all the family fun, from the fastest retrievers to the limber lumberjacks on the Chevy dealer's main stage. Visit the Mercury Marine Pavilion.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for it to dry too much.
And the Honolulu Ladies Lodge. Miles of outdoor fun. Buy your tickets now at jsonline.com/sportsshow. The 74th Annual Journal Sentinel Sports Show, presented by Chevy Silverado. March 5th through the 9th at State Fair Park.
5th grade was a struggle. I mean, it was hard for him. The teachers didn't really understand what was happening with me. I mean, he was very stressed out.
At K-12, we think every child deserves the best chance to succeed in school. Now there's a tuition-free choice for kindergarten through 12th graders. An online public school powered by K-12. K-12 offers flexible schedules and programs customized for each student.
You know,
the award-winning curriculum is taught by highly
I like to give the
teachers.
tribute
Textbooks,
to
videos,
the
and
late
materials
Harold
are
Ramis
all
real quick.
included free. To find out more, call
I'm
or
sure
click today.
there's no other snack lover than the late Harold Ramis himself. Harold Ramis himself. Take a look at this tribute I made of him.
His whole
Enjoy.
demeanor has changed.
Free information kit. Call or visit
Harold Ramis.
K12.com today.
Yeah, Bill Murray was my favorite from Ghostbusters, who played Peter Wakeman. But Harold Ramis, yeah,
Even for well water.
he was truly a Ghostbuster.
Better water, pure and simple.
Hey, Culligan man! Join us for new home building
He made
today.
people laugh.
You'll learn how Kingsway Home
He's the one
designs and see how they're constructed.
who
Sunday
probably
morning at
inspired
10:30
people
on
to enjoy
today's
Twinkies.
TMJ4.
Size of a bus.
Time now for What's Hot. This is where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
And today we are joined by local blogger Rochelle Frisch, and Jeff Wagner is always back with us. So some folks in Florida aren't too happy. Some drivers were fined for running red lights as they rush to get to the hospital.
One driver got a $158 violation when he showed his hospital discharge paperwork to the city. He said they told him, not a good enough excuse. Should drivers be fined in situations where you're rushing to the hospital? You know, if a cop pulls you over, and your
wife is giving birth in the back seat,
you're going to get a little dispensation.
You would think you would. You see, this reminds me of the story we had locally a few years ago. We had those nights when we had the huge rainstorm, and everybody's trying to preserve life and limb, and the Department of Public Works is out issuing tickets to people, for not being parked where they're supposed to. This is the same sort of thing. I understand you're not supposed to run red lights, but okay, if I'm driving my best friend to the hospital and his appendix has just burst, I'm going through that red light to get him there to try to save his life.
And the city says you'll pay for it too, $158.
Let's see, it's otherwise known as common sense. I like to think the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Letter of the law, you shouldn't be running red lights. In this case, they are sending tickets to people from the traffic cam. I say, you know what, use common sense. The first time, it's kind of like, okay, you have your special dispensation. Now, if you have a repeat offender who's always going to the emergency room, I think there's some bigger issues here than whether you're running red lights or not.
I do think it's interesting, though, that they set up this traffic camera right outside, and essentially at the intersection right before the emergency room. Now, as somebody who has, on occasion, had to rush people to emergency rooms, like in the middle of the night and all, you do wonder if this was targeted to preserve public safety, or because you're going to have targets of opportunity, because people are going to be hurrying to get to the emergency room.
Targets of opportunity, as in the city needs to make some extra money.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. Open your checkbook. Write the check.
All right, more and more cities turning to this as well, so you got to be careful.
Yes,
Thankfully, they're not here yet. Coming up next, the viewer's choice topic of the day.
And Brian Goddard will be back with another wonderful forecast ahead.
Based on the smash hit movie that defined a generation, across the country, critics rave that Flashdance is a super sexy blockbuster, a superbly choreographed, astonishingly danced, Broadway-bound musical. You'd be a maniac to miss it. Flashdance features hot new songs, plus hits like Maniac, Manhunt, and What a Feeling.
Cancer. My wife is also going through it as a supporter.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America recognizes that it's not only important for the patient to be taken care of. I'm amazed at how well they take care of the caregiver and our family as well.
The patient is placed in the center, and all the resources that are necessary to help that person and their family are arrayed around them.
Call or visit cancercenter.com to view our treatment results and a list of insurance plans with which we've worked.
I plan for Rod and I to be around for a long time.
Cancer treatment.
He's going to want big money. Do you pay or pass on Eric Decker? I'm going to have to pass here. And I'm putting him in the category of made by Manning. MBM. You said it right. 24 touchdowns, 2,000-yard seasons. But back then...
Spain, Del Bosque, and he just merits so much respect, and you can see that in the way that the teams play for him.
Yes. Thank you very much, Billy. Don't forget to pick up your lunch. All right, the absent kids ballot is for Fillmore.
Hooray! Wait 1 minute. I think the ballots were misleading. Some kids didn't understand who they were voting for.
There's a box next to Fillmore's name and a box next to Ice. What's not to understand?
You're just saying that because you know you're going to lose now. No, I'm saying that because you're a booger face. Well, just you wait, because my famous aunt is on her way right now.
Who's your famous aunt?
My Aunt Rosie O'Donnell.
Your Aunt Rosie O'Donnell is coming here?
Yeah, she's very active in politics. She's going to set all this straight.
Oh, no.
Recharging. Sweet. You're so cool, Trapper Keeper. I would never let those asses take you away. I don't want to wait for my Trapper Keeper to always erase my trap.
Trapper Keeper ready to absorb.
Ah, here it is.
Trapper Keeper merging.
Well. why Kenny wanted to be a chick. It's just how he seems to be rolling right now.
The new kid has a power we have yet to understand.
Rated M for mature.
They're scared of you. What am I? Divergent. I want them hunted down and killed. Every single one. We have to fight back. We're kind of good at this.
Fear doesn't shut you down. That's what makes you dangerous.
Finish it.
I just want to know how she does it. What's your trick? Divergent. Rated PG-13.
After I'm done with this Diet Coke, this episode of Everyday Life with Ralph Paz Jr. dedicated to the Snacks Club on Facebook.
What is that?
Will be over.
That's way better than my duck call.
If you're on a diet of taking it up a notch,
It's just different.
drink Diet Dew. The
Diet
only diet
Dew.
with dew in it.
When I first started drumming
Next
as a
time.
kid, people started dancing.
Next time we'll
And
have Diet
I
Dew.
realized I have power on my hands. It's a magical
I'll
feeling
have
to
regular
know
Dew.
that something that you do create
Regular
can
Mountain
affect
Dew.
someone's world. I really can't imagine anything in life that gives me greater pleasure than playing music.
I love the car. Any problems?
Car's clean. 12,000 and it's yours.
It's for you.
Carfax says it wasn't an accident?
No, it's a scratch. 11,000.
It had frame damage.
6,000. What do you got there? A spy cam?
Nope. He saw the
And
accident
this
report
Diet
to Carfax.
Coke is
Nobody knows
empty.
everything, but a Carfax report is a
Anyways,
great place
this
to start.
video that you're watching
Get yours
is
now at
over.
Carfax.com.
Fire up your breakfast with sriracha sauce at Subway. The warmest way to start the day. Add it to your favorite breakfast sandwich for a chili pepper.
Something strange in your neighborhood. You can call
Welcome to another episode of Everyday Life with Ralph Paz Jr. I'm dedicating this video, this next episode you're watching, to this Facebook page. It's a snacks group. Hey. Snack. Oops. I think this is it. Snacks Club. I'm going to dedicate this video of Everyday Life of Ralph Paz Jr. to the Snacks Club. Everybody loves snacks. They're devoted to people who enjoy snacks. Let's see. Got some dried roasted nuts. A large cup of snack pack pudding. Going to have me some Cheez-Its, some Ding Dongs. I'm going to have a lot of snacks. Just hold on for a second.